Before we start, I have a confession to make. We were scared to make this video. We'd seen the photos, we even found out the location, but it wasn't until a Chinese friend contacted me out of the blue that we even dared to consider paying a visit to China's vibiest tea house. After all, this place looks local, authentic, and is hidden away in a small town on the outskirts of Chengdu. Would the locals welcome us and our camera, or would we be an unwanted nuisance?
Coming into here, we would have felt a little bit intimidated without you.
Well, my new maid Troy insisted that we would be welcomed with open arms, so off we went.
So this is my friend Troy, a pro Instagrammer and a helper of Laowais here in Chengdu. So Troy, can you introduce yourself in 3 words and tell the viewers where to find you?
All right, hello everybody, this is Troy. 3 words to describe me. I would go social entrepreneur, content creator, and community builder.
Whoa.
And you can find me on Instagram at Chengdu Memo for everything Chengdu, especially street photos and culture related stuff.
Yeah, check out his Instagram. It's awesome. Got some really nice photos. And that's exactly why we are here, because he's got someone very interesting to show us today. Let's go.
Looking forward to it.
We'll get to the tea house, but first let's take a stroll through the very vibey streets of Pengdun, which to my surprise had recently hosted a photography festival.
So the town has all of these photos all up over the houses, and it's so beautiful. It's like an actual gallery.
This is the place we're gonna go, the Guanyinge Tea House.
And there's lots of dogs. 你好，朋友。
不得了人嘛，不得了人，哎。He doesn't bite, so that's good.
Troy didn't seem too bothered about all the dogs, because he is more of a cat person.
I have 2 meow meow at home. You want to join them?
I'm not a cat lover, but a dog.
Hey, this is a barber shop. 6 yuan.
6 yuan.
Yeah. What a bargain, huh?
Sometimes I find when you visit smaller towns, they've often been like redone and they feel a little bit fake, but people still live here, which is really, really nice to see.
Yeah.
你好，朋友。你好。
So it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a slang here in Sichuan called 鼠犬吠日, meaning the dogs barking at the sun. Because in the winter time, it's not easy for us to see the sunshine because Sichuan can be really foggy and hazy sometimes. So it's our lucky day here, right?
Can you believe it, guys? We've gone to a place and the sun has shined and it's not rained.
As lovely as the weather is, we haven't come here to sit outside.
Right, so we are at a 100-year-old tea house. It's bustling, as you can see, tea house where people come together, chit-chatting, enjoy life, basically.
I saw this on Troy's social media and I was like, I need to go there. It looks so good.
But also so intimidating. The cavernous main hall is flanked by ancient beams. Its small alcoves are filled with local characters sipping on Sichuanese life water. And the walls ooze historical significance.
这个茶馆的话100多年，原来它是寺庙，最早它不是茶馆。这个建筑应该300多年了。
But would I have dared enter without a friend and local guide?
老板好，
你好。
带2个外国朋友来聊一下。
你好。
老板。
你好，老板。We've got the water, which is boiling on the stove. We've got the teacups behind us where he's filling it up with tea, and then we've got the extra water over here.
I have drunk in many tea houses during my time in China, but never have I drunk in one which the tea making process is the centerpiece of the room. There are no electric kettles here, just a searingly hot stove, which the Laoban has operated like a pro for the past 30 years.
你为什么戴那个耳机？
我们做这个行业，你要去尊重别人啊，对吧？比方说一个电话来了，没有耳机，好，你怎么样？你去加水还是接电话？你如果说接电话，这个服务拿到手上，对别人的话，就是说我们对老人的话不尊重。那么唯一的戴上耳机，好，一按一下接电话还是加水，就是这样。
Oh, I thought he wore them because he looked like an absolute badass with his headphones and water tricks.
He looks so cool.
He doesn't do anything just for the photos.
So the Laoban knows exactly why people have come. They've come to take that iconic photo of him, and he's happy to deliver. He just stands there doing some tea shots just for the gram. There we go. What a guy.
But don't get it twisted. Despite knowing his way around the modern world, the Laoban has a deep reverence for all things old school.
你过去的30年，你有没有考虑的，改变这个茶馆的样子，或者你觉得很重要 ？preserve 怎么说？保护 protect 也保护这个茶馆的样子。
很多人跟我建议，包括这个地面，都说哎，你把这个地下处理啊，搞成山好土。我没有，因为我需要的是它就是说原来的氛围，因为我喜欢那个比较念旧吧。
I'm not sure he knew it at the time, but the Laoban stumbled upon a winning formula. China is an incredibly fast-moving country, and the businesses and consumers are always looking for the next trend. But sometimes the best way to stand out from the crowd is to stick to your principles. Trends come and go, but this place is timeless. And it's the untouched character of this tea house that attracts throngs of local photographers each day, keen to capture the Laoban in his element.
He knows what the tourists want, and that's the sweet, sweet photo opportunity.
But despite warmly welcoming visitors, the Laoban doesn't forget that the locals are the lifeblood of the tea house, many of whom have been coming here every day for decades.
The grandpa over there is 99 years old.
99
He's been drinking tea
他的
70 years.
你99岁的时候，你打算还在这里工作吗？
我起码说要干到75岁吧，到80岁。
The Laoban charges the local only 1 yuan, but for tourists, I think it's a 10 yuan.
就是老人，所有老人，就是说我们当地老人来这儿喝茶，哎，1块钱。
Quite the markup, but that's so nice though. I think it's good to charge the locals less. If they come here, they give you your business. It's good.
Yeah. You can be, very acceptable of tourists, other business from elsewhere, but you should give more support to the
Yes.
locals,
Yeah,
the local
exactly.
business, the local culture, because they're from here. They are
Yeah.
the OGs. They are the
Yeah,
originals.
exactly, definitely. I completely agree.
By nurturing the relationship with his regulars, the Laoban has cultivated a real warm and homely feeling in this tea house.
有家的感觉。他来了之后自己开门，自己烧水。
So it's like a common living room.
Yeah.
It's make themselves at home.
他们晓得咋个开。
The doors are locked, but the regular, tea drinkers who come at 3 a.m. in the morning, they know how to open the doors with some tricks.
自己开门，自己烧水，自己烧水。我来就陪着他们喝茶聊天，喝茶聊天。
Yeah, they work maybe the night shift, so they wrap up the work around midnight, let's say, so they have nowhere else to go.
他有些还是比较远，有些的话有大概10公里。
Because they don't want to travel all the way back home to get some rest. So they go to the tea house, have some tea, get ready for the work of the next day.
Wow, I feel exhausted just thinking about getting up that early. I think it's time me and Troy took into some tea to perk us up.
How's that?
It's very floral. What is this tea that we're drinking today, Troy? Do you know?
I think it's flower tea, hua cha.
What would be your favorite tea to drink?
My favorite tea, I don't really have a type, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter much about what type of tea we are drinking. I just love the atmosphere here, if everybody's surrounding, chit-chatting, socializing. I think that's the beauty of tea houses, right? It really brings people together, regardless of your personal background, experiences, cultures, or social status.
What do you think, like the locals around here think of tourists or like foreigners come into this place?
I think it spiced up their local life here. Maybe they can regard us as outsiders, but I think it makes their local life much interesting.
He's pouring the hot water to fill it up. You just get an endless supply of hot water. All day he just fills it up with the hot water that's been on the stove, heating up in these beautiful old kettles. It's 10 yuan for a cup, but you can drink it all day.
Bargain, mate.
Absolute bargain. 谢谢.
And if you do sit here all day and find yourself getting a tad hungry, here in Chengdu, it is perfectly acceptable to order in some local grub to help you absorb all the tea in your stomach.
中午吃饭跟我一起吃，里面他们送过这边，因为很多客人还是基本上点就他们送。
The business owners, the merchants, like they are, many of them are local, right? They still have this authentic 关系 relationship with one another.
It smells so good. Even the tea house kitty wants to get involved.
可以了啊，走走，吃饭去了。Have a seat. No.
We got some 菜汁麻婆豆腐 and what is this?
木耳肉片。好吃。
Nice crunchy veg. Yummy. The aubergine's really interesting. It's like sweet, but then like really sour. Oh, that's good. It's a little bit salty. Hasn't got too much Szechuan pepper in. We just got like a little bit of spice. It's a good mapo tofu. I feel like it's not too overpowering. Like with all Szechuan food here, it's just got the right level of spices.
Well, that's a thumbs up from me. After lunch, we engaged in our favorite tea house activity, a spot of people watching. There's so much going on, and of course, so much to look at. In a tea house like this, it is acceptable for people of all ages and backgrounds to intermingle. But I am curious as to whether places like this will still have a place as China becomes ever more developed.
You know what? I am getting more optimistic after having the conversation with the 老板。
你对这个工作满意不满意？
很满意啊，我喜欢。
很满意啊。
You know, thanks to the very passionate people like the 老板, I think there will people who will be preserving this kind of experiences.
I think here he's done it perfectly. He's appealing to the social media masses by doing these photographs, but also like the locals by not changing the walls, not changing the tea, you know. He's really hit that balance.
Chinese culture is so rich and varied in terms of history and traditions that it can actually be a little bit overwhelming. But today has shown me that all you need is a local friend to help you dig a little bit deeper.
I really appreciate you taking the time to like show us around and give us your like local opinion of things here from this guy just like filming.
You know, I'm so flattered. I mean, this. I really appreciate for this shared experience.
Yeah.
I explored a lot, the things I didn't see, didn't realize, the stories I didn't hear. So thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this journey.
Kind.
Also to our man behind the scene, Jack, filming and everything. This is great.
Well, guys, don't forget to check out Troy's Instagram, and also we're going to leave his Weibo, so you can check out that also. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next one.